of a Saints meltdown, and if the Seahawks hadn't blown it, I could have, because it'd be Seahawks Saints. But because it's Bucs Saints, and because we've seen this story before, Saints by 6. Good game, but Saints win by 6.
Who that nation? Stop tweeting me. I know what I said in the preseason, yes. But look, you guys are really good now. Nick's right, they're playing better. But the Tampa Bay Bucs and Tom Brady, they are on a mission. So I got Tampa by 6. And don't tweet me, who that nation.
Wow, they're going that just for the record how social media works. You're definitely going to get more tweets now. And remember, Brandon mentioned the other day, don't tweet him. You have to troll him on Instagram because he's more heavy on Instagram. Tom Brady never lost 3 games to the same team ever. Maybe when he was playing Pee-wee football, we got our researcher Dusty. What do you? What? It's the truth.
That's true.
What do you,
That's
the
true.
Truth is done.
How many times has he ever played a team 3 times? Once.
He played the Jets 3 times.
We don't know.
Twice, maybe.
He played someone else too, Dusty said. Anyways,
what do you
Jenna,
have?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. It will be Bucs 32.
Trying to get everyone on track.
Saints 21.
Yes.
Wow. Bucs by 11.
Well, you can download the free Fox Super 6 app. Get your picks in for your shot. All you got to do is predict 6 outcomes in each NFC game this weekend. You guys good? We got to move on. Back here talking playoff football. All right. It'll be Aaron Rodgers and the Pack versus Aaron Donald and the Rams this weekend. Rams are #1 in total defense, pass defense, and scoring defense. Rodgers is #1 in passer rating, touchdowns, and candidates to host Jeopardy. Former Packer Greg Jennings is joining us now. Greg, who's got the edge? Rams defense or Packers offense?
Inside scoop.
You guys got to do this to me. This is tough. This is a really tough one. So I'm gonna play with it for a moment before I give you my answer. So I really like the Rams defense. I like what they do from an interior pressure with Aaron Donald, obviously, and then Floyd on the outside getting pressure on the edge. Someone that can kind of contain and keep Aaron Rodgers in the pocket. That's what you want to do with Aaron Rodgers, and then you can match up against their best receiver with Jalen Ramsey. And a lot of people just think it's all about Jalen Ramsey, but it is not. They have Darius Williams, Troy Hill, excuse me. When you look at this deep, they have so many pieces in that secondary that are playing well. And for me, Brandon Staley and Sean McVay on one side, and then you have Mike Pettin and you have Matt LaFleur on the other side, and Aaron Rodgers, man, in this offense, I love him. I just like this. I like this defense a little bit better. I like this defense a little bit better. And and the reason why is when you have a bye, and everybody wants to play for the bye, and you deserve it because you earned it. But I just feel like it disrupts your rhythm. Yes, does guys get healthy? It does, but it kind of disrupts what you've been doing so well. And they've been playing so well, but this Rams defense has been on a roll. And yes, did Aaron Donald suffer some bruised rib? Yeah, I'm not concerned about any of that. I've seen both of these teams play, and this Rams defense looks really, really good. And then offensively, they don't have to just throw the ball. They run the ball so their offense transfers to the cold climate.
Take it back, Greg. Take it back. You're an all-time Green Bay Packer great. There's no way you can say that right now.
Exactly. Like you just said, they're going to hit me. They're going to troll me all week in my mentions.
No, you can't. You can't do that.
I'm ready.
You're one of the greatest Packers of all time. You won a Super Bowl there. You probably got the ring on now. But look, you're being bold because of your ties with Green Bay. But you are right. Now you're the 3rd person in America that's leaning towards the Rams. There's Kevin Wildes, there's Ray Lewis, and then there's you. And look, you guys convinced me.
Come on,
I think I got to go with the Rams too. I think
let's go.
Nick, this is not the NBA. Defense wins championships. So it just remind me of that great San Diego team back in the AFC. Back when 2006 to 2010, they had Lights Out and Phillips, and they had all these other guys. And what happened was they won the games by themselves, and they gave the secondary the opportunity to go to a whole nother level because they didn't have to run. They would literally just sit there. I remember being in my route, being 5 yards down the field. I had a 15-yard comeback, and all I hear is, oh! Antonio Cromartie never got out of his break, never even got into his back pedal, and all of a sudden I turned back around, Jay Cutler's getting smashed. Boom! And I think that's what we may see play out this week. That defensive line, Nick, is phenomenal. We know that. And then you have Jalen Ramsey. He eliminates an entire side of the field, and then the rest of the guys that Greg just talked about, they're good, but now they're great because they don't have to cover long.
Love it. I love it.
All those are good points, and I'm going to add to your point, even though I don't agree with it. Nobody has mentioned this name. David Bakhtiari, not playing, not there.
Oh,
maybe the best left tackle in football.
That's right.
And everyone, you got to double team Donald.
He's on a COVID
which
list.
Means Leonard Floyd is going to be single teamed. No, Bakhtiari got hurt. Bakhtiari got hurt in the final, the practice right before the year. And so the fact of the matter is, I mean, they just signed a tackle who played for the Colts. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's going to play for two. He's, by the way, going to be eligible for 2 rings. Well, the Colts got knocked out.
No, he's out.
Belvier, I think is his name. But he's out as well. Okay, so he's out as well. They signed him, and he's on the COVID list. Point remains, you're going to be able to get a pass rush, all right? So I get the argument. And, by the way, these teams haven't played in a while, but the last time they played was a somewhat famous game. You guys remember the Ty Montgomery game? When he returned that kick when he wasn't supposed to and he fumbled it and Mike McCarthy's upset and Aaron Rodgers mad? That's the last time these two teams played. In that game, Aaron Donald, 4 tackles behind the line of scrimmage. 2 on running backs, 2 on Aaron Rodgers. He blew that game up. The Rams won. Despite all that, y'all are nuts. How many points do you think the Packers need to score? 21? They're going to score. Like, I think the Rams defense might have the edge, but not enough of an edge to overcome the fact that it's going to be either Wolford or Goff in 25-degree weather at Lambeau Field. Neither one of these guys is going to Lambeau Field and dealing. And you'd be like, well, the Rams scored 30 last week. No, the defense got a pick 6 to add to it. And the Seahawks offense was so impossibly bad all game that the Rams kept playing on short fields. So I understand all of the reasoning behind it. But the Packers are going to win. John Wolford or Jared Goff are not going to Lambeau Field and beating Aaron Rodgers. It's just not happening. So, no, I'm going to go with the Packers, as great as the Rams defense is.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to give you a quick Monday preview. Nick, do you have all your folders? For some reason, Nick writes down his notes on folders, then keeps all the folders. I don't know if he wants to put them on eBay to a big Nick Wright fan.
Yeah,
so you have on Monday, you need to go back to the folder that said Green Bay should support Aaron Rodgers and not draft a running back and not draft I forgot even who they drafted. Who's the quarterback they drafted?
Jordan Love.
My goodness.
Jordan Love.
Yeah. Jordan Love. Don't draft Jordan Love. They should have drafted someone to protect Aaron Rodgers because that's what's going to happen. Greg, welcome aboard to the Wolfpack. Even though we're named after Wolford, doesn't matter whether or not Goff starts or Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey control the game. We're still calling ourselves the Wolfpack. I want to show you this graphic on how dominant Jalen Ramsey has been. I don't know why this game is going to be that much different than Seattle's game. He shut down everybody. And the idea that Devontae is just going to run wild and be the one outlier on this list, I don't see it happening. I know you guys are the wide receivers, which gives me extra confidence that even like the super confident wide receivers, like, ugh, Jalen Ramsey, I'm a little bit nervous. So welcome aboard, Greg. Thank you very much. Feeling good about Jalen Ramsey's and Devontae Adams.
I'm the only person picking the Packers. That's what's happened here. Greg Jennings came on and he didn't pick the Packers? Y'all are insane, man.
Look, I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers win, but one thing I want to say, the one thing I want to say about that stat line right there, Wilds, is that's when it's just Jalen Ramsey. And so what the Green Bay Packers have the ability to do is move Devontae Adams everywhere, specifically in the slot. And Jalen does not go to the slot. That's why the other guys, Darius Williams, Troy Hill, are going to play such a huge role, because they are not just going to allow Jalen Ramsey to match up one-on-one where he wants to, which is on the outside on the perimeter. If he's going to match up, he's going to have to follow Devontae all over the field, which every team knows that's what they do. They move him everywhere.
All right. I can't believe no one brought up the Jeopardy topic. Back to James Harden now. He said he wanted out. He acted like he wanted out yesterday. He was granted his out. Did he handle it the right way? We discuss next. First things first. Brandon was